in on the Kris Tyson situation, where his past has now been dredged up and it was revealed that he was very publicly a fan of some disgusting art that's really just a loophole so that adults can enjoy. Kris was such a big fan of this style of art, in fact, that back in the day he bought a print from this guy named Shadman, who was infamous for creating this stuff, and he went out and hung this up in his living room for everyone to see.
Wait, my fault, guys, my fault.
Kris was such a big fan of this style of art, in fact, that back in the day he bought a print from this guy named Shadman, who was infamous for creating this stuff, and he went out and hung this up in his living room for everyone to see. Above that, he had some eerily similar accusations as Dr. Disrespect did only a few weeks ago regarding interactions with one of his biggest fans who at the time was 13 years old. Well, now, like what often happens when someone gets put in a situation like this, more people have come forward with their stories regarding Kris. Old videos have resurfaced, and more messages have come to light. And I'm going to begin to all of that and more in today's video. First, I did want to talk about some of the tweets and statements that Lava continued to make yesterday, where he says, "Can you guys help me counter all of these lies? Kris's messages to me were sent in public Discord servers and groups, but everyone is framing it as if it was one-on-one. Kris literally did nothing wrong." So it seems like he's going to be
whoa. So because it was in a group chat, it's chill? Is that what this guy's saying? Wait, what the fuck?
His original statement that he was not a victim and that he never got inappropriate.
Wait, what does that say? What does that say? Let's read that
Kris
shit.
literally did nothing wrong. So it seems like
These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. Okay, so he's good. I mean, the victim himself said that he wasn't exploited. I mean, you gotta trust the victim, right?
He's going to be holding true to his original statement that he was not a victim and that he never got inappropriate with Kris. I will say I have seen this guy catching quite a bit of flack online, and I absolutely do not support any of that.
Yeah, that's
the
whack.
thing is, guys, when it comes to a potential victim like this guy could possibly be,
he got the bag for saying that.
For them to come out and to defend their potential. You have to remember, this guy was a huge super fan of.
He probably got a fat bag.
And Kris, he probably held them in a very high regard. So the mere idea of losing that relationship and everything coming crashing down around him has probably been very hard for this person, Lava. I'm not saying that anything concrete happened between them. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if this guy, who's still only like 20 years old, is very scared right now. Now, this to me is where things start to get very interesting because Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast, begins to be involved. So there used to be this guy named Jake Franklin, aka Jake the Viking, who would often appear in Mr. Beast's video. Apparently, they were pretty good friends. But around 4 years ago, it seemed like he was just cut off completely. They stopped asking him to be in these videos, and eventually he was left to kind of just do his own thing. Well, in the midst of all the drama yesterday, he came out with some tweets. I know the Lava GS they are mentioning in the video. This ain't good for Beast. He also responded to another tweet and says, Kris should tell everyone how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides.
Oh, fuck!
Why he's coming out with these tweets now that all of this is unfolding, but like, dude, if you knew this...
I mean, Jake's an inside man, so he knows some sketchy shit's going down. Oh, fuck.
Sick shit was going on in the background, especially regarding people who are underage. Why didn't you speak up about this before? And in the most cryptic tweet of them all that he would send out yesterday, he would say, Jimmy knew.
Back in 2022, I lost two very important people.
Yo, Mr. Beast is in on this?
It really wasn't until February.
Obviously alluding to...
Wait, Mr. Beast has been evil this whole time?
Idea that Jimmy has possibly known about this behavior for a very long time. I mean, with all of this now coming to light with some of the messages I'm about to show you guys in a second,
damn shocker.
I'm gonna change my stance and say that Mr. Beast has to put out some sort of statement about this situation.
Bro, I thought Mr. Beast was a good fucking guy. He planted trees and shit. He gave water to people in Africa. My mind's actually blown right now.
And here's a little excerpt from this video that was posted 4 years ago, where Jake talks about disbanding from the MrBeast team.
Probably, if you're a MrBeast fan, you probably have noticed I have not been in the videos as of late. In fact, the last video I was in was hide and seek, second hide and seek video that was posted back January some date. And then after that, I was no longer asked to be in any videos. I was still on payroll, still getting paid. And I took that kind of, this is cool, I get to sit at home and get paid, but at the same time, you know, what's actually going on. And everyone I talked to...
No, fuck that. I'm not doing any investigating, bro. Keep me on the payroll, man. I'm gonna do some other shit. Why is he complaining?
Never really gave me any answers till super recently, when finally I was able to meet down a couple people and kind of put everything out on the table. And it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle, if that's the best way to put it.
So he goes on in this video to actually be pretty respectful towards MrBeast. He was thankful for the opportunity. And at least here, which this is like 4 years ago, he says he feels no ill will towards him or anyone on the team. But now that more is now coming to light, we see that that might not be true. Keemstar would also tweet out yesterday, Kris Tyson supported the cartoon P artist Shadman that drew my daughter at 8 years old in a manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Kris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, as it still upsets me, which is very understandable. And I actually did go back and research this a little bit myself, where I found an old live stream from Shadman being confronted about drawing these pictures of Keemstar's daughter. And even at that time, he acknowledged how much of a disgusting scumbag he truly is.
About, to be honest, but yeah, it's pretty weird, let's all agree, and I think you're kind of a weird guy.
I totally am. I that's my thing. I totally am.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a reason.
Yo, him owning it does not make it any better either. He'd be like, oh, I am a weird guy. Like, I like to make drawings of kids. Like, and be like, oh, that's show he, like, owned up to it. Bro, stop. Stop drawing the pictures.
Freaks like that need to hide their face. And the fact that that information was very public back in the day, 8 years ago, before he ever purchased that art, kind of just tells me how much of a degenerate he had to be to still be supporting someone like Shadman. They even dug up his old Reddit, which he also had exposed himself via some sort of tweet a couple months back. And they say the joke is that Shadman makes corn out of anything. This right here is apparently Chris's old account. And he says, it ain't corn unless it's got a... Yeah, I'll let you read that. And he also continues on to say,
she
yes,
penis?
this will make a fine addition to my collection.
The fuck
and
is a she
tells
penis?
Me, guys, that he was not joking. And this is just stuff that Kris was out there posting publicly. Like, I'm gonna need that hard drive pulled pretty soon. And that's if the black SUVs haven't already shown up at the house. And I'm not talking about the FBI's, I'm talking about MrBeast's. Now here's where things potentially get even darker for MrBeast, as another alleged former employee came out to say this.
Certified pet. Stop, fuck him up.
Turn off the music.
Oh, I saw this clip.
Outside MrBeast studio.
Nah, guys, the fact that that song and Drake's name has become, like, synonymous with these type of accusations is crazy. But let's get back to the video.
Video right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to
Still
May
playing it.
this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything MrBeast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So this guy right here who claims to be a former employee is now saying this is only the tip of the iceberg of the crazy things going on at MrBeast Studios. I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys, seeing the downfall of MrBeast would be like the most insane story in YouTube history. And it would be really, really bad for the platform as a whole. And as someone like, this is my job, I'm not thrilled to hear about that. But hey, if there's some sick shit going on, it's gotta come to light.
I mean, that's true.
Mr. Beast
Like,
was
Mr.
going
Beast
to
is
be running
Mr.
for
YouTube.
president by the time I turned 40, but his whole operation could end up being taken down by one single person. Now, this is where more messages began to surface.
Like it's more than one.
Apparently being shared by a then 14-year-old who was in a Snapchat conversation with Tyson back in 2019. And first, they're just kind of trying to show the proof that this was the legitimate Kris. They click on the profile there, go straight to his new Snapchat thing he's got going on. And so as you can see, they're having some sort of conversation via Snapchat, which wouldn't exactly be surprising to me, as
Real question, does Ava have an OnlyFans?
People like to go onto Snapchat because they think, oh, the messages.
I feel like
they're
he'd
not
be the
gonna
type to
there
do it, or
forever.
she, whatever.
And as you guys can see here, apparently Kris is once again calling this person dad, which he was also apparently doing to the lava character we talked about yesterday. And honestly, within these messages, I don't really see anything necessarily inappropriate going on. I mean, I guess he was sending some peculiar emojis, but it's still just weird to me. Like, why were you in contact on private messengers with several people who are not even close to being of age?
Facts.
Anytime that's even a thing, I already see that as a huge red flag, and y'all kind of know where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And as you guys can see, much like their Twitter page, when I go and try and click on Kris's Snapchat, his profile is nowhere to be found.
Oh, shit got deleted?
To believe that he's trying to further cover up this evidence. I mean, wiping your socials clean, to me, is never the look of an innocent person. And here's to me where things start getting super f***ed up. Like, if the allegations I'm about to show you are true, oh, Kris is just beyond cooked. Like, they shouldn't even return to the internet. Now, I will say, these type of videos can be faked, but you would have to be pretty good at digital
An anonymous user has came out overnight posting screenshots of him and Mr. Beast member Kris Tyson texting. Kris sent many sexual messages when he was 18 and the anonymous user was 14. God damn!
Like I said, with the Dr. Disrespect situation. Now, this person came forward anonymously, which I would completely understand, especially given what we've seen that guy Lava go through the last 24 hours and the way people have straight up ridiculed him. But they say, I would like to stay anonymous, but Kris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. I commented on one of his tweets. He saw it and messaged me when I was young and I couldn't see what he was doing was and manipulating me, but looking back at it, I can see it now. And so once again, this anonymous source just kind of wanted to show proof that they were talking to the real Kris, apparently. And as you guys can see there, they scroll through the DMs.
We could play
they click to his
Fortnite,
profile,
goddamn.
and that is indeed Kris's profile that now has no tweets. I mean, I'm not saying you would have to be like some sort of computer genius to do this, but to me, this does all look pretty legit. And so the message thread starts apparently in the middle of a conversation where he says, "Nothing, how is that video turning out? Good." And then he shares a link to a Mr. Beast video. I opened
That's pretty innocent right there.
So let me check on my
Still
phone
kinda
if like the dates line
Wacky's
up.
texting him, but
He claims this happened in 2020. Oh my god. The dates line up, everyone. 4 years ago.
oh shit.
Oh man. I don't know why. I sent a bit of a shiver down my spine. Okay. So he says, I barely got screen time. I wish you could see me more.
Okay,
To which
that's
this person says, I wish I was
what
in a
the
video.
fuck?
And apparently Kris says, me too. It's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. And at first, when I read
Hell
these
no.
alleged messages, I was thinking, well, there's still no proof that the person was
He's
like
literally grooming him.
underage. And apparently Kris says, me too, it's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. But then Kris allegedly says, your birthday is coming up, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
December 2nd. You're turning 14.
Oh no.
What if I told you that
GG's.
you can use motion array to improve your videos fast? For example,
This person allegedly says, I don't know where the party will be at. My mom is still deciding. Like, if we're to believe these messages are real, and someone's talking about their birthday to you, and you're a grown man, and they're talking about, oh, my mom is still deciding where my birthday is gonna be at, like if it's gonna be at Peter Piper Pizza, like how many red flags would there need to be that you might be doing
What do you want is
something
crazy.
horribly wrong here? And this is where things get crazy.
I could
He
give
says,
you
"What do you
anything?"
want? I could give you anything. And then this person says, we could play Fortnite. I beat you last time. Meaning they've possibly
Bro, he's so
had
innocent,
some sort
bro.
of private conversation over games once again. For all you parents out there watching right now, please deeply monitor what your kid is doing on the game and who they're talking to. That is one of the main avenues that people who are interested in kids will use to talk to them and lure them in. Not saying that that happened here. I'm just saying wise up to all that shit. If you're not, because I'm sure most of you are very good parents. You don't want anything expensive for your birthday? I could spoil you. I don't know. It's fine. Look at my snap. So what?
Pookie, I'm sorry I'm
channels of
late. It's okay, mate.
Continue
I
to
miss you, brother.
overlap, if this is true.
How's your day,
This
man?
person just says, okay, we've been here for a while now. I'm tired. Texting you is the only thing keeping me awake right now. God. When you leave,
Are you
we
drunk
could
right
play
now?
Fort
I'm just...
or
Sorry, that was bad timing.
Minecraft. Not the most notorious game for weirdos. I love you. I meant I love playing Minecraft with you. I'm telling you guys, if this shit is real, this
This shit
whole
is
thing,
insane.
this whole Mr. Beast operation is gonna have such a giant stain on it. And just right now, I'm finding these other things he was sending out, apparently via this Reddit account, where he says, why the f would you use your VR headset for anything other than 3D and that same type of art? Gang, grape. God. I mean, I could see this
What'd he
much
say
more
at the end?
easily being faked, but Jesus Christ. But you can still get teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14.
Well,
Pokemon
nah,
came
no,
out
there's
to
no
say,
way.
I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation.
Braden had poop
but I wanna make
stains?
it
What?
clear, any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable.
I
Regardless
do not have
of who
poop
you are.
stains.
Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2024.
What did Pokey-
This
what did
also
Pokey say?
who you are.
Oh my god. I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable regardless of who you are. Oh my god. Duh.
Towards
Duh, bitch.
minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2024. This
Word,
also
yeah,
went
on
viral
God.
yesterday with this old footage resurfaced. Kris
is an old
Tyson,
YouTube
old
channel.
YouTube channel found where he shared revenge pics with his audience of Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly.
So recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out.
Wait, he making react videos off of leaks?
And she
What the fuck?
is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly. You'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
So this guy literally comes out to likely his mostly kid audience and says, yeah, like, I know how much this revenge can really damage
push-ups,
someone's
3
life,
bananas,
how it
kickflip.
can lead
Okay,
people
bro.
to do terrible things
This
to
motherfucker.
themselves. I don't endorse this.
After this video, I'll hit the 80 push-ups.
But hey, by the way, link in the description. And in the future, I really do want to have a greater conversation, as I kind of had before, about how wrong it is that, you know, viewing adult videos and adult images and the addiction to all that stuff and how it's become so normalized and how it's making so many people pretty much sick in their head. I mean, I can't do anything but pretty much pray for the kids today because they're probably exposed to so much so early on in their life. I mean, I truly do
surely.
believe that, like, the normalization of pretty much having that addiction has really damaged our society as a whole.
What is this?
Oh shit. Right as I'm making this video, I just went to check out their Twitter page 24 seconds ago. The statement has been released.
I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If it hurt or offended anyone, it was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Oh shit! Mr. Beast made the call. The black SUV showed up to Chris's crib.
You want 90? No,
I would
I'm not
like
doing
to
90, dude.
apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. Nah, we're gonna need more than an apology.
Hell no.
You gotta get up there on the stand, big dog.
Yeah, his name Ava now.
If it hurt or offended anyone, yeah, I think it was pretty f***ed up what you were doing. Seeing my recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast. He said, get away from my brand and social media to focus on my family and my mental health.
I know.
I'm
Yo.
sorry, but this...
Yo, wasn't Ava's wife a baddie? Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck?
mean, it's not good enough for me. It shouldn't be good enough for anyone who's like a big fan of Mr. Beast.
Yeah, that's
we
insane.
need to see more than this. Mr. Beast needs to come out and say something, and this needs to be addressed on a deeper level. Like, this makes him look even more guilty to me. This makes it look like, yes, I was trying to scrub everything, and let me just like make this post real quick before everything gets really bad. What a crazy day.
Gotta
Mr.
snipe his
Beast, it's
ass.
the last tweet, bro. You gotta say something. All I gotta say is what a crazy 72 hours it has been. I also want to put the disclaimer.
Yo, he's just chilling with Kevin Hart now.
Said in this video is technically all speculation. You shouldn't take any of it as a fact. But oh my god.
Is that Diddy in the background?
Horrible. Why every YouTuber? Why every person?
Is that Dr. Umar in the back? Low key.
Crazy.
Nah, there's no way he's in the
Y'all
same
let me know
room as
what you
Mr.
guys
Beast.
think down below. I mean, what a bombshell video. But as you guys know, though, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and we're trying to clean up the.
Hey, I love this motherfucker, bro. This guy right here. Okay, not. Fuck those guys. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, like. See you in the next video.